up, Cannonballs? Look, I'm in a better freaking mood right now. I'm in a better mood right now. Today was a crazy for me. You know, you guys, I never really was one. I'm not one of the ones to be like, oh, look at this is what's going on. Even though I did want to blog this damn experience because I never experienced something like this. But at the same time, you got to keep certain things private. So, I had to keep, a video that I had originally made kind of private because, well, it's really not private. Well, it's private to the point where it's not going to be shown at all. It's really deleted out of the phone because it's not something that I think the people should see. And I'm glad that I chose not to put that out there because I'm not looking for sympathy points. I was just really just I wanted to really share hell just my experience because I never really experienced with something that I experienced today. And today was a very, very trying day that I was just not really expecting because this morning, and I'm gonna get to the story. So this morning, I woke up, and I had trouble breathing. You know, had I was just having hard times catching my breath, and I'm trying to lay in bed and try to fight it and be like, oh yeah, I done lost, a few wins. Okay, it's gonna pass over. Because if you're a smoker, sometimes you may have those type of issues. But on this occasion, I knew that I could not go back to sleep, and I knew that whatever and my little remedies was not gonna do it. Usually I try to drink some water. That didn't work. So I had immediately called 911 to see if they can send somebody out. But you know what? I'm glad my cousin was up because he was able to take me out to the hospital. And I forgot too. They asked us for them ambulances for them to be coming down to your house. That's money. So I had to hurry up and tell them, no, okay, I ain't gonna be able to do that. But that's a lot of money, just to pay for them visit, just for really for them to come pick you up and to drop you off, where you need to go get taken care of. So I chose not to do that. But man, it was today. It just really has really changed about. Well, really for me, it changed how I want to go about things and how I indulge in things, because just because it may feel good at the time, it don't mean it's gonna be good for you later on down the line, or maybe the next day. In my case, it was not good for me the next day. I mean, I didn't do any. I don't do heavy drugs. My only drug of choice has been marijuana. I, you know, I have said that plenty of times. I came on here, maybe even having a blunt in my mouth, but um, I knew that it was time for me to hurry and get on down there because if I didn't, I honestly feel like I would have caused something else to go off, and I I probably wouldn't like that because only thing that I could do is call on Jesus. I ain't gonna lie to you. I could call on Jesus and His Father because I was going through it, and I'm glad I didn't post that video because you guys would have seen that, and I'm sure a few people would have probably told me to take that video down, which is probably why another reason in my head probably why I should have never, Well, I'm glad I didn't share it, because I'm so open. Sometimes you gotta know when to close certain things up and when to open certain things. But I'm really glad I didn't let y'all see that because it wasn't good. It was not good. It was not good. I had I was hyperventilating, and then I already struggled with anxiety. That didn't make it better. So it was something. But I'm glad I was able to get treated because they really kind of scared me a little bit because they said something else was going on, like with my blood wise, and they thought it was maybe either COVID or either any other diagnosis. I'll put it like that, but it wasn't. When I got my test results back, it all came back negative. Um, really, what it really was, it was just some damn, hold on, I'm forgetting my train of thought again. It was just really just damn. Oh my goodness. I'm trying not to say too much, but I'm just say this. It was just something that I had to do health wise, and that's something that has to do with in partaking of smoking. I put it like that. you know you can do it. But if you know that you have other issues, like with me, I have asthma, but I never had an asthma attack, and I never knew how that really felt and how that made me feel. And man, I don't never want to go back to that. I don't. So therefore, I have to just be mindful of my health. Got to be mindful of my health. But I'm happy that I'm okay and I'm doing better. I just gotta go get my medication, and continue to, you know, do what I need to do and not do something that I don't need to do, which is really smoking because it's not really good for you. And I'm not. I'm just say that smoking is not really good for you. But if you can handle it, handle it. But in my case, I guess my lungs are telling me that you cannot handle this anymore. I honestly felt like my lungs was like, hell, I feel like I didn't age my lungs down to a 70-year-old. You know how that vape commercial come out? Well, that vape commercial come on sometimes, and they be like, if you vape, you're aging your lungs and stuff like that. That's kind of how I felt today, because I was really struggling for oxygen. But I'm back. I feel good. I'm gonna put something on my stomach, and I'm gonna take it on in. But I do have to say this too, though, because I wouldn't be me if I didn't say this. I'm seeing this whole. I heard some guy named Kevin something Samuel was passed. Okay, if he did, God rest his soul. But I also heard someone says you wouldn't want his I guess his spirit to come back and haunt you by being on a hip hip hooray, parade about him being gone. I don't know how he was when he was on this earth and how he made people feel, but at the same time, I feel like ain't nobody that's been on this earth come back to haunt you. Because I mean, like, come on now, if you read the word, once the spirit is absent from the body, it's present with the Lord. So how can they come back down while being with the Lord to hunt you? Baby, that ain't them. And see, the enemy will confuse you, just like he confused Eve. Baby, they can talk. People, all these people do these tarot cards, all this voice box. It's all BS. And you are not talking to your loved ones. Your loved ones are not communicating with you. The devil is oh my goodness, the devil is deceiving all these people, and it's crazy because he's using people to deceive other people. Now I'm not trying to come here and talk and well really preach, but I'm just keeping it real. He is using other people to deceive people, and they are falling for the trap. And you have to know and have a strong game and have a strong mind on your head, and know that this ain't the truth. You know the truth, baby. They ain't down. Baby, they ain't here no more. Okay, only time you probably will see them when you until you get to where they are, you know. And hopefully hopefully everybody that we know and love is where they are, which is heaven in my eyes, which is heaven. We're gonna all have a reuniting moment, and I believe that. But doing doing this, I believe, doing those cards and trying to get readings and see what's gonna happen in the future. That's all BS. And in my eyes, just nothing but the devil. If you ask me, because how can somebody predict it? How can somebody can't predict your future, but it can't predict the day when that Jesus is coming back? Answer that. Take that and run with it. I want somebody to ask a medium, when is that day gonna come? Because nobody knows the time or date or hour or minute, none of that. But they haven't. They still have yet to do that, and they all have failed in my eyes. That's why I'm not playing that game. If you practice that, kudos. That's why I'm kind of like leaning back on astrology, because motherfuckers gonna say, "Oh, you're born in my month, so therefore you're like me." No, just because someone is maybe born in your month, they may not just be like you. Although we are different people, but at the same damn time, I feel like there are different type of people that will go off or do just I would say that would do certain things that other people wouldn't do. You know, we all know a few crazies, a few funny folks, a few people that can get on your ass, a few people that is quiet but can be a little lethal weapon at the same damn time. I feel like the human races, we all have certain, I would say, similar energies, but we different people. because we all can go off. We all can go off, and I don't understand why people be like, I'm from here, I'm from there. Yeah, you may be from there, but at the same time, that doesn't mean that you can't get that same energy when you go to a different place. Which is why I say, astrology in my eyes, when it comes to horoscopes, can be on some BS. Which is why I don't look for that. I don't look to them for answers. I look to God, you know. And if I'm not having my focus on Him, I will try to figure it out. That and with the common sense that He have gave me, and we're gonna go from there. Yeah, but I won't never forever ever turn my back on Him. Mm-mm. I'm gonna always keep Him in first, just like I did today, and I'm gonna always do it. It don't matter if I'm down or if I'm happy. He always gonna get that respect from me. And on that note, you guys, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of y'all day. I just had to come on here for a little quick update. And peace, my cannonballs.